Hey, hello, welcome aboard the 757 Spy flight deck. I hope you and your family are doing well with all the craziness around there. This is a little bit different video from some of the flight simmer videos that I've done a little bit later on, earlier, I mean. It's first cup of coffee time here at the Spy flight deck after a day of flying, 7-hour live stream yesterday with the brand new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Now, I'm sure that you're really, really excited about seeing another round of, hey, this is my first impression of the new simulator. But I thought you might enjoy or find valuable some of the things that I'm saying about this. I was never contacted by Microsoft to do any kind of promotional first looks, take a look at this, fly it for free, anything like that. I paid full price for the sim to show you that I'm a definitely into flight sim. I did buy the super deluxe version of it. And again, like I said, I paid full price for it. So let's talk a little bit about my 7-hour experience with flight sim. We did 3 flights on the Spy Flight over on Twitch. We did Seattle to San Francisco in the A320neo. Then we jumped over to the Cessna 152, which is the airplane that I got my private pilot's license in. So I've got a special love for that Cessna 152. We did what we call a bear run, and that's Princess Juliana Airport over to St. Bart's and back. Then we hop back into the A320neo for some Greek island hopping. We did Corfu to Athens, and then we switched to daytime because when I was doing it, it was real world nighttime. So we did let's switch the hours around a little bit and headed on over to Mykonos. By and large, the flights were fun. The live stream was fun. It was great getting to spend a whole day with Simmers talking about the new flight simulator. Some of the people that were on my chat basically were comparing the scenery to Ortho ZL16. So zoom level 16 is what some people were saying that I noticed in the chat there. Now, specifically, there are some holes, though, in the A320neo. That should say Neo, not new. It is not the Flight Factor A320 or the Tullus A319, A321, and it is certainly not like what I have seen other streamers who have P3D fly that really good Airbus A320. It's nothing like that. But then the other thing to remember is this is a default airplane, okay? That is default there. And as a default, I'm going to say not bad. It was pretty good. It handled like I kind of expected an Airbus to handle. I will tell you that the little Cessna 152 handled just like I remembered the Cessna 152 from days of being a student pilot. I was also able to invite some friends to fly along with me in a group, and then we also went and just flew with anybody who was on my server, and that was kind of nice too. It seemed like things were pretty good. So let's chat about a couple more things there. You've seen the first look. That's page 1. What's page 2? And the big question that I got was, should I get it? If you're kind of on the fence right now, I think it depends on the kind of flying you like to do. If you mostly fly GA and VFR, General Aviation VFR, oh, absolutely. You're going to love the scenery. It is great down low and slow, in a little Cessna. It's great. On the other hand, if you fly airliners and IFR, maybe wait a while and let's see what happens when some of the developers start to put together some really nice Boeings and Airbuses and Embraers and things like that. For me personally, Microsoft Flight Simulator is a very good looking game. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to delete it or anything like that, but most of my world is probably going to be spent back in X-Plane. I'm more of a high definition simmer. I want all the buttons in my cockpit to work. I want the McDo to do what it is supposed to do. And right now the McDo is a little more of a McDon't at the moment. I have no doubts, though, that that's going to change, especially as the independent developers out there get their hands on the sim and start making really great airplanes. A little bit of help, though, for you if you are an X-planer. I have a couple of suggestions for you. First thing that I did was bind the number pad numbers to the user-defined views. Now this is like X-Plane quick views, and I chose all the numbers on my number pad to be as close to the quick views that I have over on X-Plane. In other words, the same buttons here on my keyboard and on my joystick and throttle are the same buttons as in my other airplane. This gives you a familiar frame of reference, and boy did that help out an awful lot. If you are a jet pilot like me and you want a simulated jet pilot like me, First of all, a couple of hints for you on the Airbus A320neo. When you're doing the flight planning within the interface, I suggest doing a GPS direct flight plan. Don't do any of the other stuff. Do your flight planning in the McDo instead. Do not count on anything managed. A little bit maybe takeoff, departure, but really just do not count on managed right now. Plan your descents to be manual. I was not able to get any descents to go down via the star or anything like that. It just blew right through everything. And ILS was a little bit left and right of the localizer. Other than that, my experience, like I said, with the little Cessna here was really, really good. I sure enjoyed it. And I even enjoyed the big A320 as well, too. Am I going to fly it again? You bet. Am I going to go back to my Tullus and Flight Factor and X-Plane? Absolutely, because that's more of the fun for me is flying the more near study level and hopefully someday study level airplanes that we get out of the developers out there. So that's my 2 cents about it. As always, there's no right way or wrong way. These are just my opinions as a simmer and a streamer. This is essentially what works for me, and hopefully some of my experiences might help you make the decision whether or not to buy the sim right now or wait a little bit, and also some of those suggestions about what to do to make your simming experience a little bit better. As always, I do really encourage you to leave questions and suggestions in comments. I'm pretty new in the world of YouTube, so I'm still at the stage where I read and respond to every comment suggestion. Let's see, YouTube does not support my YouTube channel in any way. So if you'd like to show some support to me, head on over to the Spy Flight on Twitch. There is a link in the description below. And if you really like it, you could also head on over to Amazon. There's a link, and you could support me as a spy story author. And in the meantime, I'm going to be planning some more flights in the new flight sim. Probably later on this week, I'm going to hop back, though, into my Flight Factor A320 so I don't forget all the stuff that I've learned in the McDo and everything else. I hope you found this helpful, and I will look forward to seeing you on another one of these videos. Have a really great day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Too many S words. Have a nice cup of coffee. Cheers.